welcome back to more Forza Motorsport. Today we're going to be doing the track tour. This is a new feature. I haven't really seen this one before. I guess we get to take on a new track. But first, before I get into that, I just want to let you know what I have been doing. I haven't touched the career at all. What I was doing though was I was doing a lot more rivals. So you can see on the Welcome to Forza Motorsport, I'm now top 80%. And then for the Spotlight on the Subaru, I'm now top 75%. And then for the VIP, I am top 85%. So I'm in the top 15% for that one. So we're getting there. We started really low, so that's a pretty good improvement for one day. But yeah, let's check out the track tour because you get a free car at the end, and I love me some free cars. So okay. So it looks like I have none of these unlocked. Oh, okay, so we gotta finish the Builders Cup intro. So we're gonna do some campaign then. We're gonna be doing some campaign day one. Okay, let's get into some races here in the career because I haven't even started this yet. I went straight into rival. So first we have an intro into this Builders Cup or whatever. Let's see what this is about. I also reinstalled my video drivers and that seems to have fixed my graphics and performance problems. I'm now playing at 1080p medium with no issue. There still isn't an NVIDIA driver that's optimized for this game, but my op-scope issue also seems to have gone away. So I assume there was something weird with my device. Okay, look at us in our VIP purple. I'm really liking the look of this now. Yeah, it's looking much better today. I don't know if there was like a patch or what, but yesterday it feels like a completely different game. I just was not enjoying myself. I noticed there's some locales, right? I think a lot of it has to do with the lighting. I noticed there's some locales that just look awful. Like they truly just look sad. I've also noticed the AI is still piss poor. I have to do like 3 practice laps or whatever, and if I get a 104, I guess I get like extra money or something. Just barely missed it. I'm like 0.2 off, which means that we get it this time. Because I'm already liking the start I had much better. If this is the course, this is bag. Like, this is an easy course to drive right here. And I'm pretty sure I was just practicing it a ton. Or one of those rivals challenges, or for another race that I've done in this game already. Because this course layout seems very familiar, and I know I played it recently. Like, I know I'm not thinking of like, oh, I played an older game and it had this course in it, and I just remember the course that well. No, this memory is too fresh. So yeah, I'm definitely, and now that the graphics issues are gone, I'm definitely having a better experience with the game. I'm definitely having a better time, and it's still not. Wow. Okay, getting that bonus actually seems to take, like, effort. I actually have to put effort into my driving for this go, because this is my last go that I want to do, if it can be. I am gonna go for that bonus, because I'm sure it's just gonna give me in-game currency, but I have to find out. I still think the game is too easy. Like, even on those Rivals event, I know they're real people, but it just felt shockingly easy to improve and just get better times than people. So I feel like people really aren't, like, giving it their all when they're going on these time trials still. Oh yeah, that's it. There we go.
Great work. Feel free to end practice at any time or continue running hot laps until the session time's out.
So let's finish practice.
We hit our target time with that last lap. Keep it up. That was a great practice session. Now it's time to race.
Okay.
It's a stacked field today for this first event. Plenty of time to size up the competition before race start.
The other thing is, right? We never played Forza games for the AI. We never played Forza games because we were like, oh yeah, the AI is, oh my god, look at the AI in this Forza game, guys, it's so good. No, that's not why we play these games. We play these games because there's good physics in it, and it has one of the biggest rosters in a game that we can just, like, essentially drive whatever car we want. So I mean, yeah, like, look, I started out pretty far back because I want those little extra experience nuggets, and I think it gives you some extra credits. I am not too sure, but I enjoy starting near the back and working my way to the front. And I'm already in 4th place after lap 1 of 4. Oh look, this guy, right up my arse. 3 people in front of me, insanely ahead. Like, honestly, if these were real people, this should be an unwinnable situation. Like, unless they make a massive mistake and, like, crash into a wall or something, right? You should never be able to overtake these guys with sheer driving ability if they know, like, half of what they're doing. And yet, here I am, coming up the back rank like nobody's business. That gap does not feel so large anymore, and I don't know, that sort of kind of takes me out of the game, actually. Like, I want to lose in that situation, because I'm like, yeah, that's what should happen. I'm way behind, and these guys are not making mistakes. It's bots, right? It's like when I play with a chess bot, I want it to play perfectly, so I can just have an idea of, like, what it should look like if I'm playing correctly. And the AI here just does not give you a good opportunity for that, because all it is it just crazy, like, out rubber bands you. Until it just feels like letting you pass. Like, I mean, look at this. I'd say I'm driving pretty well. I'm getting like 9.5, 10s on most of these segments, but I'm just not gaining on these guys. look, another 9.2. Feels like I got no space off of that. And now the game feels like letting me win. So look, everyone's just magically appeared in front of me. And suddenly it seems winnable again. I get another 8.7.
Last lap. Let's go.
Did these guys get like faster cars than me? Like, did they get to tune beforehand? Cause yeah, I'm getting like 9.7 to like 8s on every segment, and yesterday that was more than enough to just like absolutely outpace everybody in the lobby. Okay. We'll see it out. Not gonna exit just yet, because I want to see if the AI realizes that it gave me an unwinnable situation and it's gonna throw. No, it won't. See, it's just gonna let me finish like that. But the race is unfair. I'm driving pretty well. I don't think they should be able to just, you know, drive better. So you know what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna check a couple of things. For one, I want the driver list. Look, see, I was right. They have higher PI cars than me. They were allowed to tune beforehand, and that means, guess what I'm
Tuning
gonna
is
do?
all
I'm
about
gonna
making
do
small
that
incremental changes
exact
to a car's setup,
thing. I'm
testing
gonna
them
go
out on
right
track
in.
during practice and dialing it in. Some upgrade
I
parts
don't.
include
I
more
don't.
tuning
I
options,
don't
giving you even
care.
more control over your car's performance.
I really don't care. Just get me into the setup manager. What? Does it not let you, like, upgrade? No way. No way it doesn't let you upgrade before a match. So it gives them a better car to start out with. So you feel like you have to... Wow. There's no way, right? Like, let's see that. That was my 209? Yeah, and I have a 209 Forza edition right here. What the heck am I doing in this? Like, look, let's go to upgrade and tune. Let's see what can be done. Right? Already there, look. I'm near max PI right there. Give myself some better brakes. Look at that. Chassis reinforcement and roll cage, don't need. Ballast, don't need it. Roll bars opaque. Front tire width is just like free PI. Oh, I don't have the cash for all that. Okay, what do I want to drop? What do I not care about? I don't really care about the roll bars. The oil and cooling system doesn't really matter. See, even if I do something like this, right? And I finish upgrades and I confirm and I save, that's gonna give me a way better experience. Got another achievement for that. That's gonna give me a way better experience in that race than stock. Because now watch, I'm gonna go in and it's gonna be just fine. It's gonna be just like normal Forza. So yeah, same event. Hopefully I don't have to do the stupid practice lap thing all over again. I'm gonna think that's pretty stupid if so. But let's see, can I change car? No. Can't change car. Do I have to practice? Have to practice. Oh my good god, that's so dumb. I think that's a dumb mechanic. I don't like that for sure. The fact that you have to go through the 3 practice laps. Oh, it's so annoying. Like, I honestly don't care. I don't care for it. I don't want to do this. I literally just want to play the game because I already know I'm better than the bots. I don't need to practice the course like 100 times because I'm already better than all of these robots. It's not even fair. Okay, so now it wants a slightly faster time out of me. It wants better than I got last time, right? Which is possible now. Because I just have a better vehicle. So now, as long as I get the same scores on my segments, I'm gonna be so much quicker. Wow. Because I mean, look, apparently you can get perfect scores on segments and it doesn't mean anything in this game. Like, you can get some pretty good damn scores on segments and the game will just be like, oh, that doesn't matter. Because I have rubber banding, and therefore my AI agents are ahead of you. Good sir, please go back to driving school. It just becomes unnecessarily frustrating, I think, for a game that doesn't need that, like, level of seriousness. Like, I shouldn't have to take the game that seriously when I'm against bots. But the bots shouldn't be that stupid. They should be smart enough that they can drive realistically. Like, they should just be able to, like, sort of keep... There should be, like, one or two, yeah, in every lobby that just, like, keep pace with you the entire time. And the reason that they're able to keep pace with you is not because they're cheating. It's because they're actually just good bots and they understand how to drive and they're, you know, driving safe and driving clean. Like, they should be a model of how you should drive in this game. Because honestly, if people play like the bots, that explains a lot of what I see in my multiplayer lobbies with, like, people ramming into each other and just no one being able to understand what a racing line is. Like, I have to say, that's probably one of the most frustrating things with playing this game in an online setting. Nobody knows what a racing line is, and everybody just wants to collide with you. Like, they are playing collision simulator, they are not playing a racing game. They are there to hit your car. Like, look at that. Just completely nukes my lap time. It doesn't care that I'm going significantly faster, so I have priority on the line. Like, they have no respect, right? You see, if I see someone that's coming, like, up hard on me, and I know that if, that I can't, like, block them, I'm just gonna respect it. I'm gonna move out of the way, because it's gonna screw us both over in the race long term if I get mad about it and I say I smash into his car. I don't even care to, like, actually get the time and the bonus or whatever, because honestly it just pisses me off that I have to do that in the first place. I wonder if it will over level people again. Let's check the driver list. No, I'm now the highest PI in the lobby next to that gaming burger and the Supra. He's another content creator on here that I like quite a bit. Got a decent launch off the start. There's the 3 hardest opponents in the lobby right there. Right here, look, there goes one. You see how much easier it is? See just how much easier it is when you have a car that's evenly matched? Because the bots just don't understand how to drive. Like, technically, that other car with the higher PI, according to the game, should be in front of me right now. And look, you can see these two rockets are just going. And they're actually pulling on me. They have weaker cars, and they're just absolutely pulling. Okay, now I'll actually like try, because I can actually see my opponents. And we'll see how close I can get. And you'll notice, the moment I pass them, it's over. Like, the race is actually over. That's the whole race right there. It's getting in front of the last two people. That's every race with the AI. It's ridiculous. Like, just ignore the other people in the lobby. You will probably end up overlapping them, and they will serve nothing but a hindrance to get in your way when you're trying to take a corner. When that occurs. Like, you can see I'm really gunning it. I'm getting a lot of 10s right now. But I am not seeing results. It's probably gonna be like an 8. Yeah. I've also got like the reward system figured out. I understand how the game, like what the game rewards you for. Just based off of playing so much Rivals. Because you take so many turns in Rivals, and like you go through the same segment so many times, so you get to like really see, okay, so that's what affects the score. And again, straight line performance, these guys are just crushing me. But this is the closest I've ever been straight line. It's right here. And again, there's literally no winning in this situation. There is no way in hell that you are ever going to catch the top 2 people. And that's how every race goes. It's literally RNG for you to get first place, and the second you have first place, you just win. I'm doing well. I just read chat. I was busy malding. I'm doing pretty well. I'm quite disappointed with how this game has turned out so far. I find a lot of like the choices they made to be quite frustrating. Like, I'd actually argue the AI is worse. That's why I'm going on about it so long. Like, genuinely, I don't know how they managed it, but I'm pretty sure it's weaker. Oh, and like drafting? I don't think drafting like exists. It does not feel like I have an advantage drafting. What just happened? What? What am I watching? Y'all see that? The whole race just went off road there. I'm literally just trying to hold racing line as well as I can. And this is the closest I've ever been to another car's straight line performance. And again, I'm trying to draft him, but it literally feels like I'm doing nothing. God damn, is the handling model good in this game, though. Like, that's one of the reasons that I'm still playing. The game feels amazing to drive in. Absolutely fantastic. I would not change a single thing about how the game, like, actually drives. But it's everything else in this game. I would change everything else in some way. Like, again, you can see I'm just perfectly holding to racing line. And yeah, technically I should never be able to pass that guy unless he makes a mistake again. But that's kind of dumb. Oh my god, I don't think you can do that section any better. I'm like actually driving like a madman through some of these sections. Yeah, it's literally not possible. You have to pass him at the start. What difficulty am I even on? I'm on 6. That's not even that hard. Like, nothing about this game feels difficult when you raise the difficulty. It's just how hard do you want them to rubber band? There's no difficulty setting. I could not have asked for a better start. I could not have asked for a better start. Oh my god, never mind, I could. I could so ask for a better start. This is terrible. Let's just get some people out of the way. Let's get a good draft going. And yeah, most Forza games, they do a really good job of telling you when you're drafting. I feel like you should get car XP for like doing more than just having a good segment. I think it should also be for like clean driving and like just doing well. Why not just give me points for being good at the game instead of like how closely I stick to the driving line on a given section? Because I can hold a freaking driving line. That's not what I'm struggling with.
Keep it clean out there. We don't want to pick up any time penalties that could hurt our chances at a top finish. Total time penalty is about a second.
Oh, you get time penalties. They actually do that. Whoa, that's actually great. I didn't know they're actually doing that in this game. That is actually amazing to see. That's a good launch. I'm gonna go super aggressive on this. Super aggro on the corner. Please. Please, first corners. Let me be super aggro. Oh my god, that worked. Yeah, and that's it. That's it. That's it right there. The whole race just ended at the start. Right? That's how you win. You literally just reset your run until you get in front of them right at the start, and then they'll never pass you again. And if they get in front of you at the start, you'll never pass them again. That's the whole game. In online matches, it's so different. But here, this is literally just how you win. Look at this. Now it's boring. Like, what do I commentate on? That's also what makes this game, like, so hard to talk about. Like, what do I talk about here? They're never going to catch me. I just, yeah. Oh, I'm sitting in first place. Oh, I'm still in first place. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. I did a better time than I did last time. Oh, wow. Okay, wow, you can just YOLO that. I did not even think of doing that. Wow, you can just YOLO those. Okay. I think this is one of the ones you actually have to respect, because it leads into that left turn, and that left turn will screw you, I can already tell, if you don't do it right. That right turn you also want to be doing properly. That one I just let go of throttle. Get out of here. Look at this. I can just bully him out of his spot. He tries. And it's gonna give me a 5.7 segment score, but it doesn't matter, because guess what? They're still never going to pass me. And I'm just YOLOing these corners, and it's still giving me 10s. Like, look at that, another 10. I'm just YOLOing these corners. Not even bothering to brake. Off track, no penalty, look at that. It's so forgiving. I get a 1 there, and they still don't pass me. But you remember, I get a 1 earlier, and they're so far past me that I shouldn't even bother trying. Yeah, it's over. I don't even have to slow down.
Good work today. He won. Points earned after every race will determine our overall series. Builders Cup event number 1. As our car levels up, we'll unlock
What I
new
do
cars
like
that we can
is
use
that
to
you
boost vehicle
earn
performance.
tons of
We're ready to
credits.
head out for our next event.
Continue.
Between each event, you'll have the opportunity to upgrade your car. Use the valuable car points you've earned for new performance
Oh,
points.
so it's in
New
between
cars will be
events.
unlocked as you level up your car throughout the series. Leveling up your car earns you car points, or CP for short. Using your CP gets you the best performance upgrades to install. Try to experiment with different parts. If a part doesn't get you the results you were looking for, remove it. Then use the refunded CP for something else. No two cars are the same. Each car has its own unique set of parts. As you level up the car, new categories of parts will unlock. Installing parts will change the car's performance, and the PI number will be recalculated to reflect that change. A car's PI is determined by its level of performance.
Oh my god, so
Faster
much
the car,
tutorial.
the higher the PI number. Car class corresponds to a specified PI range. Each event will have a car class and PI limit that we will need to stay under in order to compete. As we build, be sure to keep an eye on the balance between power and handling. Over-investing in any one area can hurt our competitiveness. Experiment to find a build that's right for you. Quick Upgrade will install parts for you and build a car with a balanced performance. This is a summary
wants
of
me
how
to
your
quick
car's
upgrade.
performance will change when we install
Okay.
the parts for you.
Wow.
All right, now that we have some new parts installed, let's head out for our next event.
Wow.
That build looks good. Let's head to Magello.
Oh my god. That was so bad. You could just auto upgrade everything. Oh, not again. They're doing it all over again.
Changing one driving assist at a time is the best way to understand how each affects car control.
Oh my god, I've already gone through
You'll
driving
learn the required
assist.
practice laps. Push that new build to the
Oh
limit and
my
get that target
god,
lap to
required practice laps. That's insane. It's in every race. That's
As you
crazy.
practice, you will pass through select track segments that are key to fast lap times. Your time is tracked through key segments, and when you improve your time, you'll receive a car progression bonus.
Dude, I've been getting that for so long already. I already figured out how it worked intuitively. They should just have like a glossary that you can go to for stuff like that, because honestly, I don't feel it's necessary, because I already know most of these things either from other racing games, older Forza games, or just because like you can figure it out by playing the game. The game is pretty easy to like get a read on.
Every circuit features key segments, like the one you just completed, that we can use to gauge your overall lap performance. Experiment with where to get on the brakes, when to accelerate, and find your
They
perfect braking
just
line to shave
explained this.
seconds off your lap time.
They just explained this. Holy crap. Like, they don't need to just explain everything once, they need to explain it twice. And then I bet you anything, they still have like a glossary or like a tutorial section where you can read up on all of these whenever you feel like. It's insane the amount that this game actually goes out of its way to hold your hand. Like, yes, game, I understand how racing game work. I have played racing game.
There you go. That was your fastest time through that segment this session. Keep it up, and we'll have no problem getting the results we're after today.
This game is like literally telling me to go faster, go faster. Like, it's not like accelerate to go faster. It is go faster to go faster. yeah, I feel like this just really takes me out of the gameplay. Having to do these, like, practice laps. Like, I know if I was actually doing, like, race day or whatever, sure. But I'm not.
Fast laps in practice felt good. Time to race.
Okay, thank you. Just let me play the video game. I think we'll get to the end of the Builders Cup or whatever, and that's probably where we'll end today. Let's just go to the race and load. Load as fast as possible, because guess what? I know there's another race after this, and guess what that means? That means there's more practice time. Oh, yay. Thank you so much. What is this Mustang doing? Somebody please tell me what the Mustang is doing. Okay, I'm drafting. Is it gonna tell me that I'm drafting? Is it gonna show me that I'm drafting? Am I gonna understand what I'm doing? No. But it's gonna tell me if I got a better segment score every time, and it's gonna remind me 3 times what getting a better segment score means. What if I only get my best segment because I was drafting at the time? And it just cannot be repeated. What, I just forever lose points on that segment? Like, I just lose out on XP or points? Once again, there's 3 people ahead of me. Am I gonna be able to catch up? Nope. Never gonna happen. Doesn't matter how good I drive here, because it's never gonna happen. Get a 10, doesn't matter. Yeah, 9.6, doesn't matter. And again, I have the max PI for this segment, so there should be no way that these guys are just absolutely trouncing me, especially because I know at least one of them has lower PI than me. And the game just said faster car means a higher PI, so that's a goddamn lie. Like, okay, let's see this. Why am I still at 574? Excuse me? Did it just not do my upgrades? Like, it literally just took me through an upgrade tutorial and then didn't? What? It just didn't do them. It's like, why doesn't this car drive any different? That's why. I thought I was insane. Yeah, I thought I was bad for a moment because the car didn't feel any different after I quote-unquote upgraded it. Turns out I never upgraded the car. It lied to me made it look like I did, told me I did, and then it didn't, so it would send me into another race ill-prepared, so I had to spend more time on this game than actually necessary. Once again, I have 3 people in front of me, which means, am I ever gonna catch up? Who knows? That is up to the game to decide. That is in no way attributed to my skill. What a sad, sad experience. That guy's a knob. Yeah, because now I literally feel like wins aren't attributed to my skill at all. It's literally just how much or little does the game feel like screwing me. Like, I'm just gonna restart now after lap 1, knowing that I've already lost. Because there's no way I can catch the top 3. Let's draft this guy. And we're gonna... Like, you see how much faster they're accelerating? Like, look at this Mustang, for instance. Because he's the faster accelerating car, he will always beat me. It doesn't matter how aggressively I take the corners. It doesn't matter how closely I follow the line. The game doesn't want me to win right now on this first attempt, so I won't. Like, watch the straight line performance of these cars. Like, look at the gap between me and the next person, and now look at the gap between me and the person in front of me. It is the same gap. Why? Because the game rubber bands. There is a rubber band between the person in last place and the person in first place. And it is doing everything it can to make sure that the order stays identical to how it was last lap. And now, despite my really good driving tactics, they've all just shot out ahead of me and I have no chance of getting back in. Genuinely. I swear they were going to allow you to modify your position on the start line. And that doesn't exist. Yeah, and I can't modify or do anything that's actually gonna like substantially help me. Let's see if I can increase Sub-Zero to like 60 times or something. Because top speed literally does not matter. Because Yeah, that's locked, that's locked, 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 locked. I can change my braking balance. Okay.
Driving style, track conditions, and race length are key factors in determining our initial fuel and tire strategy.
Like, yeah. It says, oh, let's upgrade your car. Except if you actually check, it's not gonna be upgraded, forcing you to go out and go back in and start the whole thing over. If I have to start the whole thing over, we're actually doing that. I'm just gonna cut stream and restart. So that I don't have to go through and, like, edit. Because, yeah, why should I have to do work if it's not my fault? I mean, look at that Mustang. You want proof of how fair this race is? Look at that Mustang. Just look at the way it starts. It's genuinely not a fair or fun time, knowing that my skill has no effect on whether I win or lose. Like, I legit avoid games for this exact reason. There are games I legitimately despise and avoid. Like, look, here it shows 293. I go in the menu, and it's not. So here's the funny thing. Let me select this car. I want to see. I want to see. Will it just let me take the Forza edition in?
Leveling up your car earns you car points, or CP for short. Using your CP gets you the best performance upgrades to install. Try to experiment with different parts. If a part doesn't get you the results you were looking for, remove it. Then use the refunded CP for something else. No two cars are the same. Each car has its own unique set of parts. As you level up the car, new categories of parts will unlock. Installing parts will change the car's performance, and the PI
Oh my
will be
god,
reduced
I just realized I've already gone through this
PI is
tutorial.
determined by its level of performance. The faster the car, the higher the PI number. Car class corresponds to a specified PI range. Each
Oh
event will
my
have a car class
god,
and PI
I
range
don't
that we will
care.
need to
There's
stay
no
under in order to
skip.
compete. As we build, be sure to keep
There's
an eye on the
no
balance
skip.
between power and handling.
There is
Overinvesting
no
in any
skip.
one area can hurt our competitiveness.
I can't skip the
Steering
goddamn
and build
tutorial
right
that I've
now.
already seen. I don't care.
Quick upgrade will install parts
I
for you
don't
and build a car
care.
with
I
balanced
don't care
performance.
about I don't care about any of this because I already
This is
just
a summary of how your car's
I
performance will change
just
when we
did
install the
this.
parts for you. All right, now that we have some new
This is
parts
so
installed, let's
dumb.
head out for our next event.
Okay, so now we're fully upgraded.
That build looks good. Let's head to Magello.
Like, my god. Watch this.
Changing one driving assist at a time is the best way to understand how each
Look
of those
at
cars
this. Oh my god, I'm going through all the tutorials again. I'm not even gonna cut this out. And I have to do the stupid practice laps again. I hate this. I actually hate this system. I think it's so stupid. For a campaign, too. For a campaign to force me to do 3 useless practice laps before I can just go in and just take on the track. Like, I've done this track so many times now. Can I just finish? I can't just end practice. I have to do it. There's no choice. So those are 2 things that need to change immediately. Immediately, I think. I think those are 2 major issues with the game. Non-stop, unending, unskippable, long-ass, stupid tutorials. They take forever, and they cause me nothing but pain. So just take them out. Okay, so once you're done removing your tutorials, you can then focus on making it so that I don't have to do these stupid practice laps every time I just want to play the goddamn game. Like, this is not fun for me. This is the opposite. It doesn't even post me for rivals times. I don't care. I don't care. I actually do not care for the practice times. I really don't. I think they're absolutely bloody useless. I think you'd have a much better time learning just playing the goddamn game. You want to learn how to play the game? Play the game. Play the game, and you will understand how to play the game. You want to sit in a practice mode? Go do rivals, because at least you accomplish something. At least you get something for your trouble. Here, I don't even know what I'm getting for the bonus. So I care even less, because it doesn't tell me. I don't care about the segment bonuses. I care about what the bonus is if I hit the correct time. Do I get a free car? No, it's useless. Great, thanks for letting me know. I would have loved to know that before I got in, and I wouldn't have spent so much time trying to get a good time on the goddamn practice laps. I would have just got them done. Like, I actually feel like I'm learning nothing. I do not care for these. I'm literally just going around the course brainlessly just to get them out of... They're in the way. They are not fun. They are not engaging. They are not a good idea. They are in the way of me actually enjoying this game. Is how I feel right now about them. Just like 99% of tutorials in games these days, in my opinion, they are stupid. Give me a choice. Give me a choice. Give me a stupid choice. Say, hey, do you want me to handhold you the entire time? Because there are some people that want that. I used to be one of those people. That's how I used to like games. I only wanted to play the game if it was going to handhold me the entire experience. But now, as I've like grown older, as I've gotten just better at games in general, as I've played more games, as I've experienced more, as I understand what I'm doing, as I've gone pro, I don't care for your like unrated modes. I don't care for your practice, like a forced practice session. Let me practice if I want to practice. I'll go into free play. I'm capable of going into free play and just running the course a million times with a specific car and specific upgrades if that's really something I feel I need to improve. But that's not what I feel I need for this game. I feel I just need to understand the goddamn game, and I need to be able to have a car that can overtake the AI, because the second I have both of those things, the game is easy. And especially when I'm playing the campaign in a racing game, I don't want, like... I'm not looking for the most difficult game unless I'm seeking that. When I crank the difficulty to max, it should feel difficult. And it doesn't. And when I have the difficulty down low, It should feel easy, and it doesn't. It fails at both extremes. It fails to be easy. When it tries to be easy, it's overly easy. And then when it tries to be difficult, it's stupid. It's to a stupid degree. It's to an unrealistic proportion. Like, even in your skill-based any game with skill-based matchmaking is not gonna place me against people that are so significantly far and above better than me unless they made a shitty system. Unless you made a shitty system or you have a lack of data. But this game has more than enough data. They've been collecting my data for over, like, 5 years of these games now. I've played every single one of these games since the, 4th one. And I swear to God, for every time they fix something, like they fixed the sound engine, they did wonderful work to the sound engine. They did wonderful work to majority of the handling engine. But then they screwed the pooch on the AI. To the point where I just don't even care for it. Just get it out of my way so that I can enjoy more of the game. Because I would love to do those like track tours or those like little events or whatever it has. But it is not letting me do them because I'm not far enough in the campaign. I don't care about your campaign. I came to play multiplayer. I came to play competitive. I came to play rivals times. I didn't come to play the campaign. I don't want to play the campaign. I'm playing the campaign because like A, it's good content. B, it's a good way to introduce people into the game, and it's a good way to get them to understand what the game is about. And C, it's a good way for me to understand the handling engine and get used to the courses. The problem is, I don't feel like me getting better has any effect on whether I win this race or not. So I think what I need to do is literally, I just need to learn where I can YOLO. Because here's the thing about the AI. The AI is really good at following like the driving line exactly to the driving line as long as no one else is around them. So you either have to be up close and personal with the AI, and that's going to cause them to make mistakes. Because otherwise they just will not make mistakes. Or you either have to get up close and personal, or you have to hope that it eats shit. And I'm hoping and praying for either of those outcomes right now. So that was a rough corner, right? But I'm actually up compared to where I was before. That was good. Okay, so I can't take that any better than I just did. Yeah, drafting does nothing. Okay, so yeah, normally Forza would be counting a draft right now, and I'd actually start gaining because of that. Because I have the highest PI. So technically, as long as I keep to the line, I should be winning. I'm keeping to the line and I'm not winning. That was a pretty good segment right there. I knew I could YOLO that.
Total time penalty is about a second.
Like, see, you cannot gain in the straights here. It is impossible to gain on straight, which almost makes the point of doing the race moot. And you might ask why. Because, yeah, there is nothing else I can do to this car to make it better. Unless, because I have fuel and tires off, I do this and it reduces my weight. Watch that be how it works. I'd be very angry at this one.
Total time penalty is about a second.
Shoots ahead. And drafting doesn't exist in this game. Is that actually not a mechanic? Is drafting not a mechanic in this game? Because it actually feels like drafting doesn't exist. Yep, couldn't pass at the beginning. Not gonna be able to pass ever again. You may as well restart. Like, I feel like this highlights a major problem with this game. The fact that I have to do things over and over and over again is a top 25%. If I'm top 25% in the community at driving, I think we have a major issue. If I'm not even playing on top difficulty, and it becomes impossible to pass, not based on my skill whatsoever. Like, where is my drafting bonus? Why don't I get anything from sitting behind another vehicle? But yet these guys feel like they've just drafted off of each other the entire race, and that's the only reason they're so far ahead. Like, it actually feels like there's genuinely nothing I can do. Like, I never hit top speed, so I could probably nuke it. Just find what like my top speed is, and just try to like build for it. But I don't have final drive. But like, that's a pretty big issue. Okay. So yeah, I'm getting like no drafting bonus. At least no noticeable drafting bonus.
Total time penalty is about half a second.
Why is it on the ones where I have a time penalty, everything just feels so much easier? Like, it actually feels like my opponents are half a second slower because I took that penalty. I understand what I'm doing wrong. I'm thinking of it too much like real life. I'm thinking of it too much like real life. Making one critical error that is very easy to make in this game. It's costing me dearly. Yep. Yep, that's literally the difference. Okay. There's a certain thing you can do in this game that, like, probably would not want to try in a car in real life. But you can brake and accelerate at the same time, and you go slightly faster through corners. And I wasn't doing that, and it's a piece of tech that I absolutely know about. Take corners so much faster with it. Might not be possible because of these straight sections. I mean, look at that. Look at the gap on the map. It's so ridiculous. And they'll never don't get it twisted. They will never rubber band back to me. They will only ever rubber band past me. They will never come back. So once they've gotten that far ahead, they can essentially just sit there because that's what the AI is telling them to do. So yeah, if I can do another lap like that, my brain tells me that I should be able to come out with a win then. You can see that they're actually making progress on me, despite me driving pretty well. And it really doesn't feel like they made the AI like just good drivers. It really feels like there was a purposeful effort to just be completely moronic. So let's try something, right? Let's take the traction control off. Let's leave the brake. Dying from how bad it is. I usually play with traction control on when I'm starting a racing game, because I usually think that it actually helps me be faster until I understand the engine. But I guess that's not what we're doing here.
Total time penalty is about a second.
It's actually the closest I've been, and that was a very sloppy. Maybe it was just the game punishing me for using assist because it knows I'm better than that. Oh my god. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna go all in on trying to make our situation better. Why is that only affecting braking distance and top speed? That's so dumb. How does it not affect acceleration at all? Okay. Like, yeah, nothing I do affects acceleration. How does that make it go up? Yeah, this tuning screen, I can also say needs a lot of work. It runs the calculation and then tells you based off of its previous calculation where your stats are at. And the calculation comes out different each time, which is good because that means it's running a different calculation. But it's also bad because its run to run variance is not what we want. Like, there's no shot that that's a legit strat, right? Okay. I feel like that's a major inefficiency that right there. That section of track. My car just does not respond the way I want it to, and I don't have anything unlocked to actually help me with that. And it won't actually let me use the car I'd like to use. That's a real shame. I miss the days of being able to pick the car you want for the event. That's a thing that used to be in all of the games, except this one apparently. You don't get to pick your car. Fuck you. Fuck you and fuck your choice, I guess. That's one thing I've noticed a lot about this game. It does not want you to do things your way. It wants you to do things the way that it wants you to. And I really, really don't like that in my games. I really don't like when I'm forced to play a certain way outside of the normal rules. Like, what PI is this? That they can just go at, like, Mach 10 speeds. Oh my god, can it respond? Okay, that's one thing. When you're braking, or trying to handbrake, oh yeah, this game does not respond to the handbrake. It doesn't understand that it's there. It does not understand that it's there. Your car either slides everywhere, or it will not slide no matter how hard you tell it to. Oh my god, respond, please. Please just go sideways. Please, just a little bit. It either doesn't go sideways, or it goes all the way sideways. There is no in between. There is no control. There is no, like, analog-esqueness to it. Like, I just want a little more turn. But I can't get that. I can't tune for it. And I can't even do it by force. The game does not want to give me a little more turn. Like, I feel like I'm understeering. And I'm severely understeering. No, I'm severely understeering. And the game gives me no option, no way at all of attempting to compensate for it. It's a disgusting amount of understeer, which is fine if that's how I like to drive, and it's not. And the grass still looks awful. I'm playing on 1080p medium now and getting about 120 FPS, and the grass still looks like trash. The crowd still looks like 2D trash. I swear they're not even 3D models. Because if you look at it from the side, they look the same as they do from the front. My God. Just rewind it. That's so shit. That's so poorly done. I wonder if I can win it even if cheating. Let's see. Can I win while cheating? If it's not possible while literally cheating. If it is not possible for me to win while literally cheating, the game is rigged. The game is broken. Oh, this might be my golden opportunity. The AI is taking a dump.
Total time penalty is about half a second.
But this is the fastest car in the lobby. What? Yeah, you see that? That's the rubber band right there. That's it. There it goes. See, look at it go. Look at it rubber band. Because I caught up. Oh my good God. Just turn. Please. These cars don't turn. They either turn way too much or not at all, and they won't let me tune it out. At least let me tune it out. It feels like we progressed so far, but so little. And it's still... I can't help but feel that the back of this car looks like Forza Motorsport 4. So yes, you can't even win by cheating. When the AI takes a massive dump, you cannot win. Like, look, it feels at the beginning like I'm pulling on every single corner. And then at some point, they get like one straightaway. Like this straight right here. They just gain so much speed so quickly. Like, watch the gap on the minimap. That's rubber banding. That's laziness. See, look, they've pulled so much on me. All that time that I made up on the previous lap is gone now. I have to start from scratch to attempt to try and gain ground again. And guess what? By the time I gain any ground, it's going to be the next lap, and this cycle is going to start all over again.
Total time penalty is about a second.
I can't even cheat to win. I can't even cheat to win. That's how stupid it is. Even if I cheat, you can't win. I can rewind, I can turn all the assists on, and it's not going to make a difference. Do you know why? Because they won't let me pick my goddamn car. They've given the AI better cars than I could ever hope to drive. Like, they've given them the meta, essentially. And they've given me garbage to work with. And they won't even let me change that. Oh, it just doesn't do anything. It just doesn't do anything. Just do something. Can the buttons do anything? I still can't believe I'm playing a game in 2023, a racing game that doesn't understand what drafting is. It has zero concept of it. Okay, see, I feel like I gained, and now look, the rubber banding is kicking in. They are gaining so much time and presence on me. It's like that entire lap meant nothing to the first two positions. And I'm so far behind now. Just let me pick the car. Like, I'm actually gonna turn down the difficulty, not because the game is hard, but because I can't win because of RNG. I have to wait until I get a good RNG roll where the AI makes a mistake. And then I can win. Like, restart series. Is that my only option? PI limit 600. Okay. So let me use a different car. Let me use a car that's not dog shit. And now look, I have to sit through this stupid tutorial all over again just to change my loadout. I don't care. I've sat through this so many times. It's so frustrating. Because it just won't let me play the game. Just let me play the fucking video game. You released the game, great, let me play the fucking video game. Stop trying to interrupt my experience with it.
Car class corresponds to a specified PI range. Each event will have a car class and PI limit that we will need to stay under in order to compete. As we build, be sure to keep an eye on the balance between power and handling. Over-investing in any one area can hurt our competitiveness. Experiment to find a build that's right for you. Quick upgrade will install parts for you and build a car with
I'm so sick of sitting through the same goddamn tutorial.
how your car's performance will change when we install the parts for you. All right.
Like, look, it doesn't change anything. No, I don't want to head out. No! I don't want to... Oh.
Let's head to
No. No, because you did fuck all for me. Yeah, look, you did flywheel. What? You did reinforcement and roll cage. What? Anti-roll bars. Do not care. Okay. Here is what's gonna make us win, right? Here is how you win. Can't put a turbo on it. It would make it too good, right? Front tire width, rear tire width. Why? Why would you do that? It's so much PI for nothing. Driveline, why? Right? Give me a transmission upgrade so I can unlock my drivetrain. Clutch, don't care. Like, it just makes such nothing decisions. Cut back on the fuel system. And now you can look and see, like, okay, what can I do without changing anything? Why would I ever want that? Right? Oh. Weight reduction. See, wait, how much is weight reduction? 10 points. 10 points for stage 1. Can I drop more than 10 points by doing this? Because I bet you anything. Couple levels of weight reduction, and that's game. Next would be attempting to change. It's still, like, look, this is a way, way better setup. I don't know why it would ever set me up the way it did before. Look, my acceleration is better, my speed is lower. This is good. Handling is up, braking is up. That's what we want. Because now I have some tuning options, right? I can go into gearing. I can play with this now. See, I can do this. I can make my life way, way easier like that. Actually, wait, that might be something. Does doing anything to the differential? Oh, it doesn't. It still doesn't change PI. Because look, now I have my differential too. I don't know why it never did that. Okay. So let's try that now. That's a way better setup. Okay, so auto upgrade is trash. Maybe that's what it is. If I win this first try, I'm putting it down to that. Maybe just
Changing
auto
one
upgrade
driving assist at a time is the best
is
way to
garbage.
understand how each affects car control.
So let's see what its prospected time is, because before it was like 6 something, 106. Let's see what it is now. I'm extremely curious. 106.12, so it actually did put our prospective time down. And oh my god, does it feel so much better to drive. Dude, the car feels so much less, like, boat-like. I'm just getting segment bests. Of just some minor setup changes. Yeah, I'm getting like better and better segments each time with this. Wow, I don't care. Because none of this matters. None of this actually matters. What a surprise that I don't care. I might drop one of the weight reductions and put more into, like, acceleration. I feel like changing up the build helped a lot. Okay.
You did the work in practice.
Let's do the thing faster. Okay, so there's different cars at the front of the pack this time. Does that give me a better chance? We shall see. Oh my god. You knob. There's no way. Right at the beginning, too. Like, how do I avoid this guy? No! How? How does he get beside me? I overtake him right here. Yeah, let me get in front of him. Oh my god. Yeah, the collision model is trash. Why is that send meat flying? Oh my good god. How does it want me to do this? This guy's cheating! Oh my god, I'm getting rammed by two morons. I'm actively getting rammed by two morons. Go all the way back, as far as we can go. Let's resume from here. Let's just go take the space on him. No! Like, this guy's an actual moron. And he is cheating. Because there's no way his car is able to turn like that. Yeah, why are you turning like that? That's not an outside-in turn. How? How does he turn like that? What? He's behind me and I have to stop braking after him. Or he's going to murk me. Like, look, I can't do anything. He's just gonna force himself into the lane. Yeah! Look at this! The AI just cheats! They didn't actually take time to make a good AI. They didn't make it better. They just made it cheat more blatantly. That's so stupid. I'm titling the video Suppress Reviews Forza AI. Forza Motorsport campaign. Suppress Reviews Motorsport AI. I might even put the verdict. I might even put in brackets, it's trash. Okay. It might have been the auto upgrade setup. No cap if I overtake around this turn. Oh my god, he's not like pulling like a maniac on me. It's actually a reasonable distance. I finally got to take that turn exactly how I wanted to. I'm down 3.71 seconds from my last lap. And I just got a new segment best. Wait, am I pulling on him? I can't really tell, but I think I might be.
Total time penalty is about a second.
Wait, did I actually, like, pull? Did I pull?
Last lap.
Am I pulling? I cannot tell. No, it didn't do what I wanted. I don't like that. All I know is I'm gonna be a master on this one. I'm gonna understand these tracks so well because I'm practicing all of them like a million times. I think I've spent 2 hours at least on each track that I've ever played. I think I'm lucky to have, like, not spent 2 hours on any of the tracks that I've played thus far. Why? How? How? Hold on. No! There's no way! There's no shot! I can't buy better brakes! I have to take that more aggressively. That's a 9.8 segment. That's as close to perfect on there as humanly possible. For me right now, at least. That was terrible. I feel like if I take this better, I win. So I think what I do is we start accelerate tap braking. Sure wish this game understood drafting. Or at least made it clear that it does. Yeah, there's gonna be another restart. Prepare to get destroyed by that red car again. Why does it feel like the graphics got worse on that Charger? Or Challenger, I'm sorry. Where's that Charger? No, that's a Challenger. That's a Challenger. Yeah, look, it's literally impossible. I can play great or I can play shit, and I'll be in the same spot every time. I've played equally good or equally bad on every lap. And I'm just constantly in the same spot. Like, and even when I improve, the bots just improve. The bots just improve. They just become better than me, even though the difficulty is set to the same. So what's the point in even raising the difficulty if it doesn't actually make the game harder? Like, if they don't actually become better drivers, like, they don't follow the line more closely, they don't understand corners more, they don't understand racing etiquette better, they just cheat, and they cheat more blatantly. That's difficulty, I guess, in racing games in 2023. It's such a shame. Like, look, I set it to 5. Do you notice a difference? Do you notice a difference? Look, this red car is still a freaking idiot. Right? All it is just now my car can overtake people. Like, my car legitimately just feels faster. I'm not driving any better. They're not driving any worse. They're following the same line that they followed last time. Exactly how they followed it. But guess what? Their car is now slower. That's not how cars work. If the rating on the car stays the same and everything else stays the same, the only thing that should change is the driving ability, not the speed of the vehicle you're racing against. That's stupid. You'll never learn anything that way. This is really showing me that this is a game where you have to be self-motivated, because the game will do its best to make sure that you always come third. Like, my position relative to these vehicles in front of me hasn't changed from my previous run by much. I barely think the difficulty slider affected anything at all. And look, they did the exact same thing that they did every single game up until this point, and now I'm able to overtake. Now I'm in second. First, out of reach. Not gonna happen. Can't take first. When you play on difficulty 5, it won't let you. Look, I'm gonna drive as carefully as possible, and he's gonna end up further ahead of me than when he started. I'm doing exactly what the game wants me to. I'm following the racing line. Exactly what it tells me to do, I am doing. And he's pulling. How does that make any sense? The only time I really feel like I gain space is that last corner. I gain a little bit of space just to lose it on the straight.
Final lap. You got this.
And I've noticed that a lot. They throw on the last corner. They will wait until the last corner to make the worst mistake, like a career-ending move for the rest of us. And then the pattern repeats. of just being completely and utterly outpaced. There's no point. It feels like there's no point in playing. Like, I'd rather go play Mario Kart. I have the same chance of getting blue shelled right at the end as I do of actually finishing in first in this game. Do you know why? Because it's rigged. Mario Kart is rigged. They've actually, in speedrunning, they've actually got the Mario Kart campaign down to such a science that they know what items you'll pull depending on what place you're sitting in, and they know that there's scripted items, like that certain things that if you're in a certain position at a certain point in the race, they will hit you no matter what.
Leveling up your car earns you car points.
Like, I don't understand why I have to sit through this tutorial every time.
Upgrades to install. Try to experiment with different parts. If a part doesn't get you the results you were looking for, remove it. Then use the refunded CP for something else. No two
I don't care. I've sat through this 4 times. How does the game not recognize that? We've had flag settings since the Game Boy days. Just set a flag that says I've viewed the tutorial. Don't put it up again. It's simple programming. I can explain to you how to fix it. So why can't a multi-billion-dollar studio figure that out? Don't show me the tutorial for a 5th time, I swear to God. I don't care. And now guess what? I'm gonna get to do the damn practice thing a 3rd time just because I wanted to change the difficulty, because the difficulty slider makes no sense anyways. And I have to quick upgrade all over again. It's not going to change anything. Do you know why? Because I already did the upgrades I want. It's just gonna put me back to the stupid settings that I didn't want.
That build looks good. Let's head to
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to show me that tutorial 7 times. It doesn't. It's moronic. It's redundant.
Changing one driving assist at a time is the best way to understand.
Like, look, I've seen this 4 times now. I don't need to learn it again. Can I turn that off, please? Can I just turn tutorials off? I do not care if I miss something. I do not care if I miss something anymore. Where is it? Where's the no tutorial button? Where's the I've played this goddamn game a million times, I don't need to learn shit anymore? Where's that button? It doesn't exist. I just went through all the options. It's not real. Because this game treats everyone like they're a 2-year-old moron. It doesn't have the respect to actually treat its players like they're adults. And I can only imagine that a child isn't gonna have the patience to sit there and pick apart all these development mistakes and point out the issues and point out how they could be fixed, and then still decide to continue the game because they enjoy, like, the idea of the game and they enjoy most of how it plays. Like, I legitimately just want to sit in Rivals all day. I just want to sit in Rivals now and just continue to progress my times, because that's all I'm doing. I'm not doing anything. I'm not learning. I'm not getting better at the game. I'm just getting taught that this game wants to treat me like I'm garbage and get away with it. Like, the game will go and tell me I'm a top 25% player worldwide, right? The game will tell me I'm a top 25% player. I don't know why we'd be playing Premiere today when we usually schedule for Sunday, but I don't know. Is someone saying we're playing Premiere? How did the target lap time get worse? Do you know how it got worse? Because the car I'm using is not as fast anymore. Do you know why it's not as fast? Because I had to go through the tutorial again. For the 4th time, that makes my car slower than I had it set up before. How stupid is that? Like, this is not my personal best on that segment. I know that for a fact. It grants you extra XP for change. Oh my god. The reward system is so screwed in this game. It'll reward you for doing nothing, but then never actually reward you for being good at the game. Thank you. That's one thing I'm noticing that a lot of games are employing, and it's one of the dumbest trends in gaming, I think, in my opinion, is that games constantly either treat you like you're an absolute imbecile moron, all of them, or they don't treat you like an idiot, but they go out of their way to make the game feel unfair so that it feels challenging. I don't want to feel like it's challenging. I want it to be challenging. I want to actually know that me getting better at a game means that I'm going to win more often. But that's actually not what it means in this game. Like, that is not new best. That's a slower segment than I've ever had. These are slower times than I got last time. Like, look, my entire day is gonna go on one race now. You guys are not gonna get to see any of the other content, and I'm not even gonna blame myself here. I'm gonna blame the game because it literally will not let me progress. It just won't. It refuses to let me move on. It refuses to let me progress. It won't allow me just that sweet satisfaction of winning. Again, I turned the difficulty down. And the same thing happens. Why? Because it gave me a shit car and didn't give me a choice. And then, it's cheating. Look, it's not affected by collisions in the same way as me. If that's me, I spin out. I spin out like crazy and I never get to actually, you know, get back on the track and start experiencing the game again. I just get to sit in last place for the rest of the time and play catch up. And then there's the opposite problem. It's that once you get into first place, the game's too easy now. There's never a challenge when you're in first place. Never. You'll never lose it. The moment you take first place, it'll never leave your grasp. Because there's just nothing. There's no substance. There is no substance to the game. Look at that. Again, I'm only winning because my cars are slower. I've been in the same spot for 3 races in a row, and the only reason I'm taking space is not... I make different mistakes every time, and I actually get better every time. I've noticed that my times have been getting lower. I'm doing slightly better each time. But guess what? my result stays exactly the same unless I drop the difficulty.
Total time
Why?
penalty is about a second.
Because the game stops cheating the lower I drop the difficulty. I found that at 4, the game essentially stops cheating. See? He just respected me there instead of just hitting me off the road. And now it's too easy. Look, I'll never see someone in my rear view mirror for the entire rest of the race. I might right here because it's a big straight. But this, remember this? I used to get pulled on here. There used to be no chance of me ever catching up. Just one difficulty. 2 difficulty sliders in a row. There was no chance. But now they can't cheat anymore except for the collision detection. So what do they have left? They have just failure. They have just the raw AI on its own. And you can see what the raw AI is capable of doing without any sort of buffs or cheats. It's not capable of doing anything at all. I've played Counter-Strike bots that are smarter than this, and Counter-Strike bots are actually dumb. Like, look, now I just do nothing. Look, I'm halfway around the court, and that's only from one difficulty tick. How does one difficulty tick go from me never being able to pass these guys in my life, no matter how hard or how well I drive, to me being halfway across the map with them not being able to ever even see me ever again? How does that work? Because they don't have cheats anymore. That's just it. It's so disappointing that I have to play this game on lower difficulty than I should be playing on for my skill level. According to what the game says too. Because otherwise I'm basically playing against hackers. What's the fun? What's the fun in playing against Smurfs or people that are cheating? I go to single player to avoid that. Why would I go to single player to experience this? Look at that. That's so dumb. I've got a slower best lap time than I've ever gotten. And it just lets me win. It lets me win by so much that there's no point to even trying.
Only one more event left to go in the series. Let's get going.
Now look. Nothing changed.
Looks like the car's
Unlocked
ready,
so much,
let's get
nothing
the tire
changed.
on it.
That's how you know that it's a bad upgrade system. When you unlock more upgrades to get and nothing changes when you go to upgrade it. That's how you know you have a bad auto system. Because that means it's just doing the bare minimum. And it's acting like it's actually doing something. So let's see. On day 1 we talked about the graphics, and now that's fixed. So today I'm complaining about the shit AI. I'm wondering if tomorrow it'll be fixed now. I also hate this practice mode. It's so dumb. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Most useless feature in the game. I hate that it's mandatory. Give me a choice at least. If you want to leave it in, give me a choice. If not, just remove it. It's stupid. I don't want it in my game. You notice how little I'm able to talk about the gameplay? Because of how glaring these problems are, that I just encounter them trying to sit down and just generally discuss how I feel about the game. Like, I can't even make it through basic races without seeing those issues. Practice sessions, I'm fine. Rival times, I'm fine. Online, fine. But don't screw me over in the goddamn campaign. That is the one place where I expect the game to function its best, is when you're playing a mode where the developers literally have 99% of the control over what happens. Like, this is so boring. I actually don't feel like I'm accomplishing anything. I'm going around in circles, following the same driving line, doing the same thing, making the same mistakes. Do you know why? Because I don't have anything to learn off of. And when I do, it's cheating. All the game is telling me is that I need to cheat if I want to win. If I cheated like the game did, I'd be able to do what the game can do. I'd be able to get those same times. Maybe if I picked a different car at the start, did I just pick the hardest car to start out with? Did I just pick a shit car? Is that what it is? Because if so, that's something that should change then. If it's the car that's shit, fix the car. If it's the game that's shit, fix the game. Or don't release a game. It's that simple. Yeah, no, this is no fun to me. I have no fun just going around in circles, occasionally dealing with the occasional traffic. I go to this game to get away from traffic, right? I'm sick of traffic in these stupid open world racers because they all drive like idiots. Just like people in real life. It's the same reason I avoid driving in real life. It's because everybody else on the road drives like a goddamn moron and it pisses me off. So stop forcing me to deal with traffic. I want to deal with people that are actually trying to race. I want to see a skill gap. Not a car gap. Or a I decided to turn my cheats on and put NOS on everything gap. Like, how do I complete your bonus on first thing? What does the bonus do? I like how it's given me the tutorial on upgrading my car 4 times and screwed up the setup that I had 4 times to the point that I don't even feel that making a personal setup is worth the time investment. I'm just gonna hit auto upgrade on everything for the rest of the campaign. Because that's what it taught me to do. But it won't tell me what the freaking bonus system is. You're rewarding me for doing nothing. You are rewarding me for doing nothing, and you won't even tell me what I'm getting. At least if you're gonna be a moron and reward me for doing nothing, at least tell me what I'm getting. Like, what am I learning? What am I learning here? Nothing. Because this is exactly how I'm gonna drive in the real event. I'm just gonna do the same thing because I'm gonna win anyways. It doesn't matter whether I practice this track or not. I'm gonna win anyways. It's either I'm going to win because the game wants me to win, or I'm going to lose because the game wants me to lose. I don't get a choice. How well I do doesn't matter. I'm sick of games like this. Why can't I have a game that's completely 100% skill dependent? Why can't I have a game where everything that happens in the game is my fault that's not fucking chess? Please don't suggest chess. I already know about chess. I play chess. I enjoy chess. And you know why I enjoy chess? Because it's 100% skill dependent. And all the mistakes I make and the reason I win or lose is completely dependent on how good or shit I am. That's what makes the game fun. That's what makes games fun. You either tell a good story, which this game is not story-based. It's never gonna have a good story. Oh, now it lets you pick.
Finish line in first, second, or third position. You will receive a podium bonus. The size of the podium bonus depends on your starting position and difficulty settings. The more you challenge yourself, the bigger the podium bonus could be.
See, watch this. Watch this. I'm going to prove it right here because nothing has changed. I'm going to put myself as high on the podium as possible. I'm gonna crank it to 6, right? I'm still trash. Yeah? I'm still trash. I'm still the same trash that I was in the last race. I still have the same trash car that I had in the last race. Nothing changed. But look how much better I'm gonna do now. Look at how much better I got in one race. Look at this. Wow. Wow, I'm in 3rd place. Whoa. Never happened when I'm on difficulty level 6. Oh, and look, he's pulling. You see that? I have a max level car. But, oh, there's not even a situation where he would have the opportunity to drive better than me. But I guess he has. Oh, and look, I just drove better than him around the first corner. And I'm in 1st. I mean 2nd now, but like I'm ahead of him is what I mean. But look, this 1st place guy, never gonna catch him. Not possible. That 2nd place guy, he's gone. He doesn't exist in this race anymore because I passed him at the beginning. We'll never see or hear from him again. But this guy is going to be a menace for the whole race. He's going to sit there and he's going to hold that position. And he's just going to drive like an absolute maniac. Like, yeah, 9.5 could never hope to gain on him. On a 9.5 segment. Based on this game's metric, that should be in a phenomenal segment. But it's not. 4.5, shit segment. He should have gained. Okay, he gained. That's normal. But now watch this. This is another segment that I know is good for me. He gave me a 1. He gave me a 1 segment, but I'm closer than I ever was. The game literally does not know what to think. It gave me another 1, but look, I'm even closer than I was last time. And then I get an 8.2, and guess what? He's pulling. I got an 8.2, he's pulling. See? If I do shitty, if I play shit, if I play like a goddamn moron, the game rewards me because the game will make it easier for me. I think what a lot more games need to understand is that you don't get more shit. Once you start to understand a game and you start to get better at a game, you don't suddenly just become shittier. Unless you take like a massive break or something, in which case there's probably like a ranked reset or something. But you know, you don't just become shit at a game overnight. But these games constantly treat you like game to game, match to match. The game will try and judge whether you're more shit or less shit. How can it judge if you're worse? Like, it's easy to tell when someone's gotten better. How on earth would you even start to tell if someone's in a worse spot than when they started? Like, what, did he become dumber? Did he hit his head? And that's why he's worse at the game? Or did he stay the same and things just changed around him? That's probably how they'll argue it. They'll be like, oh no, you know, he didn't change, and that's the problem. The game changed. The game changed around him. And the game got better than him. At the game. Look, that was a way more optimal run, but I'm further behind than ever. That was a way more optimal lap than any of the ones that I had previously. And look, I'm further behind. And then when I get some of my worst segments, the game gets easier. If I do worse, the game gets easier, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't that something that you wish was true in life? If you do shittier at life, the game gets easier. It gets easier, I swear, guys. Just do shittier at life and it'll get easier. It's just like Forza. How dumb of an analogy would that be? Like, what on earth am I supposed to do? I can't tune better. I can't. It won't let me. It won't give me any of the controls that I need to do that. But look, the second I hit difficulty 4, it's gonna be too easy now. Now it's too easy. Now I don't need to try at all. I think what it is games need to do a better job of making you feel like you actually got better when you improve at the game. Because I think a big problem with a lot of modern games is even if you, like, ask a lot of people that are good at games what they think of their play. Most of them, being 100% honest, will think that their game is bad, or that their game before was bad.
Total time penalty is about
or like worse than what they do now. Why? Because you get rewarded for doing worse. You get rewarded for feeling like you never got anywhere. You get rewarded in games for feeling like you just didn't do shit. How many times have you won a game of CS or a Valorant? And you're like, wow, I contributed nothing. How many times have you, like, done really well and then you lose and you're like, wow, I contributed nothing. That's how this entire game feels to play in single player. It literally feels like you are contributing nothing. I am so glad the first part of this campaign is over. I cannot wait to see some of the other quote-unquote content they have in store. I can't wait to spend another 3 hours on a stupid track because it wouldn't let me pick my car for the first tournament in the game. Literally the first tournament in the campaign. And it doesn't let you pick your car, but it gives you so many cars and it gives you so much money and opportunities to make money. And I can literally have a full stacked garage of B-class cars that are better than this shit, but it won't let me use any of them. Because it doesn't want you to win the first time. It wants you to win the second time. Unless you drop the difficulty. It doesn't want you to win in the way that you want. The game will do everything in its power to make sure that you cannot win in a way that's actually gratifying or satisfying. You either get cheated on or you have to cheat and you win. That's how this game feels. Feels like old CS. Pre-vac CS. It's literally HVH. Whoever cheats harder will win. Like, I'm gaming one-handed. I have not put my second hand on the controller this entire race. I'm using a controller now. I'm literally just doing, like, pinky on right trigger and, like, index finger on left trigger, and then my thumb is on the joystick. And that's actually how I've been driving this entire race. With just one hand. It's so piss poor easy. But then the moment you touch it at all, everyone gets NOS. Everyone's in the Fast and Furious, and they just hit that scene where, like, they're seeing the internals of their car and the nitrous going through it. That's every single vehicle the second that you touch that slider. It's the most dangerous slider in the game. They may as well just rebrand it. Don't call it a difficulty slider. Say how big of a tank of NOS can the opponents have? That would at least make it creative, right? I'd be more fine with that if you say, oh yeah, you know, they are cheating. They have NOS cans. That's why they're going faster than actually physically possible. That's why they're winning, because they're using NOS. I would have a better time with that explanation. I'd probably enjoy myself more.
Last lap. Let's go.
So yeah, 3 hours later, we finally finished the first campaign, spending 2.5 hours on a single race. Like, you'd think I spent an hour on each, just grinding up the course, grinding up the car, understanding the game. No, I didn't learn anything. I haven't gotten any better. I'm still playing like ass, and the game's rewarding me for it. I just have to wait long enough for it. Like, I'm putting next to no effort in. It's just letting me do what I want. Oh, cheating. Oh, sorry. They're allowed to do it. If the AI can cheat, I'm gonna cheat too. I don't fucking care anymore. This game does not deserve my respect to not cheat. Using the tools that the game provides. Oh yeah, don't you love that when a game literally just provides you hacks that you can use at any time, including in the online and multiplayer competitive game modes with no consequence. The only place where you can't rewind is Rivals. Because it will invalidate your lap time, but even then you can post an invalid lap and it will still be rated. like a valid lap. Like, look at this. I'm driving like such an idiot. I'm not even paying attention to the game. It's just rewarding me. I'm getting car levels left and right. I'm getting segment 1s constantly. It's just letting it happen. It's so sad. Oh, look at that, I win. Oh, so exciting. Wow, I feel like I accomplished so much today. Holy shit, I hate this.
Well done.
Yeah, this game it sucks. Like, the actual gameplay is the only good part about it.
Congrats.
And I can't talk about it.
Not a bad way to start our collection.
Because of how stupid the rest of the game is.
Every Builder's Cup tour contains multiple series of car groupings, each a unique challenge to outbuild and outrace your competition. As you complete tours, you will unlock unique rewards. Check back regularly, as new tours with new rewards are released on a regular basis.
Modern high-performance hatchbacks.
I didn't want to click on something. It said press A to continue.
Precise handling, amazing stopping power, instant turbo response. And yet they still retain their practical layout and substantial cargo space. Competitive manufacturers have consistently integrated cutting-edge engineering to produce a fast, controllable package enthusiasts reliably push to the limit. And with the vast upgrades available, drivers will strategize their builds to extract considerably more performance and fun.
Okay. I don't care. I got my history lesson from Gran Turismo 7. They did it first and better. Woo. So let's see. Builders Cup intro completed. Okay, and I see. We have a bunch of things to do. And a whole bunch of crap to unlock and, like, do. So that is what we're doing tomorrow. We're gonna do the track day tomorrow. I feel like that's gonna be a little more fun. I'll see you guys later.